Satnam, hello, I am Gabriela of CNA Yoga, and today we have a pretty cool meditation. And you might be wondering why it's a meditation, because we're going to be doing some movement, but it is in fact a kundalini meditation. We just have a really cool mudra and hand position that we're going to be doing. It really is a very powerful meditation, and it has almost immediate effects on the brain and the electromagnetic field. So the electromagnetic field is the area, invisible area, that extends, if healthy, like 3 to 9 feet in every direction around us. So the electromagnetic field can also be referred to as the aura, A-U-R-A, aura. And I don't know, when I first did this meditation, I was like, oh my goodness. And I was following along with some other kundalini yogis, and they were doing it, I think, for 9 or 11 minutes. Honestly, I about keeled over. So we're going to start with 3 minutes. Although I will say that the designated amount of time, according to the manual, is 9 minutes. But once we get into this practice, you'll see why it takes a little bit of time to develop ourselves, our breath pattern, our arm strength, our ability to literally do this movement for 9 minutes or more. So let me see what else the comment says. It says, the pressure in the hand position triggers the reflexes. The movement of the arms moves the lymph in the lymphatic system. It also pressurizes the nervous system to change its current state. And then we're going to be using a breath called breath of fire. And the breath of fire, added to the motion, enhances the functioning of the pituitary and stimulates the pineal gland or pineal to increase the radiance and subtle frequency of the brain's projections. Wow, I'm not quite 100% sure what that all means, but it sounds pretty good. So let's go ahead and let me guide you through what this is going to look like. So the first part, we're going to take a mudra or a hand position that's essentially looks like a lion's paw. So you're going to take your hands and you're really going to really tense them up as if you were clawing at something. So it's really going to feel like you're scratching your head, or like when you have a really strong itch and you scratch. So this is what it's going to feel like, okay? So you really want some tension in there, not just kind of loose fingers. Then the breath and the movement, we're going to bring both arms up and crisscross the wrists and bring them back down, and then back up and crisscross in the opposite direction. So you're going to be bringing, switching which wrist is in front. So you're going to be doing that crisscross thing. And don't worry if you kind of get, doing both on or one wrist in front all the time. Sometimes when you get into this meditation, it's a little trickier to kind of keep your mind on which wrist is moving forward. My heat just kicked on, so I am going to shut this down just so that we don't have all this extra noise. Awesome. So, okay, so we've got the mudra, which is the claws. Then we've got the movement, right? And if you have any shoulder or neck issues, you really want to be mindful of that in this. Maybe this won't be the best meditation for you to experience. You know you best, so just make sure that you're careful if you have any injuries that might aggravate this. If that is the case, maybe you want to check out one of the other meditations that's on my channel that does not require, so much pressure or tension in the neck and shoulders. So then we're going to start, as we build the movement, you really want to be focusing on the very powerful breath. So it really turns into what's called a breath of fire. So breath of fire is essentially when we're focusing on the exhale, and then the inhale just comes naturally. So one of the best ways to get into breath of fire, it might feel a little bit silly, but it really is the best way to exemplify how this works, is to open your mouth and stick out your tongue and then start panting like a little chihuahua on a hot summer day. and it is pretty quick. So you want to be mindful that this is not a hyperventilation, so you're not going to be doing this. If you're doing that, I'm pretty sure you're going to pass out. And then if you're doing that with the arms, it's not going to be good. So really what you're doing is you're pushing the air out, and then the inhale comes naturally because it's just going to, our bodies need to inhale again before we can exhale. And then once you get the beat, once you get the pattern down with the mouth open, then you're going to close the mouth and continue through the nose. So just take a look at this. Excuse me, I think I need to sneeze. All sorts of real life things happening today on this video. So you open your mouth, you stick out your tongue. Close your mouth, continue through the nose. So you're really going to feel the diaphragm or the navel area pumping, but it's not an aggressive pumping, okay? So you almost need to look like you're not really even doing anything. So if somebody looks at you, even though the breath is really powerful, it's not this where you're kind of involving the whole body. You really want to try and focus it into this diaphragm navel area. Okay, so where are our eyes? Let me take a look. I think the eyelids are just nicely closed. So once we begin, we're going to tense up the fingers, claw. And towards the end, once we're getting close, you're going to keep going with the arms, but you're going to open your mouth and stick out your tongue. Only for about 15 seconds. Then you're going to inhale as you bring your arms about 60 degrees, almost forming like this halo above you. Inhale it, tense everything, really feel the energy vibrating, really feel it moving. Then you're going to exhale, keeping the arms where they are. You're going to want to bring them down at this point, but you're going to want to keep them up. And then you're going to do one last inhale, holding, suspending the breath as long as you possibly can. And then I will cue you to exhale and relax the hands down. Okay, so hopefully all of that makes really good sense. So we're just going to begin. So I'm going to tell you right now that there's an awesome song by Icana, which is spelled Aykanna, Icana. And the song is called Beautiful Am I, and it's got a wonderful beat and rhythm to keep you on pace, plus the lyrics are awesome. So I will put a link to that in the comments section or below or wherever they go, so that you can do that. So you're welcome to, once you get into the meditation, you're welcome to turn the music on and then really have that support you. But we all know that music on YouTube is a complicated thing, so I am going to do it without music, but you're more than welcome to do that. Lastly, in Kundalini Yoga, we generally tune in. I have a whole video on what tuning in means and how you can incorporate that into your practice, so check that out if you would like. But for our purposes, we are going to not tune in today, but you're always welcome to add that in if you are a Kundalini yogi or love to chant and do all of that. So one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to make yourself nice and comfortable in this nice seated easy pose. I have a blanket underneath. You may want a bolster, maybe a block. You're also welcome to do this seated in a chair. You just want to make sure that you have enough room around you so that you don't hit the arms of the chair or the wall or anything that might be around you. The goal with easy pose is to have your hips slightly higher than your knees. So if you find yourself doing this, you might need a bolster or something underneath. You may also want to put some blocks or rolled up blankets to support your knees so that you're not putting unnecessary pressure on your body. So you find what works best for you. Those are just a couple tips and techniques for you on that. I am going to set the timer so that we have a beautiful 3 minutes together. So let's go ahead and just take a nice deep inhale, get ourselves ready, settled into our space, and exhale. You can set an intention for yourself, whatever you feel you need to bring in today or let go of today. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Go ahead and get your hands in that bear claw position, get them ready to go. I will set the timer and begin. Remember, if you can, to crisscross the wrists and alternate which wrist is in front. Make sure that there's a lot of tension in the fingers. It feels like you're scratching an itch, scratching something away. You've got this. Keep going. Keep the breath going, keep the arms going. I'm sorry, open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Close your mouth, arms up at 60 degrees, form an arc over your head. Deep inhale, suspend the breath. Hold. And exhale. Last one, deep inhale, keep the arms where they are. Hold. Keep going, sip in some more air. And exhale. You can sweep your arms through your electromagnetic field, your aura. Relax the arms down. And now just sit and meditate on your heart center. You may want to place your hands on your heart to really give you that physical sensation. Take some nice deep breaths. Allow your breath to return back to your normal breathing pattern. Just notice what you notice. You're welcome to stay in a meditation of choice as long as you feel. You're also welcome to lay down in Shavasana if that feels good to you. Really honor yourself and what you need right now. You're also welcome to close with me. In Kundalini Yoga, we close with 3 long Sat Nams. Sat means truth. Nam means identity. Bring your hands into prayer mudra. Knuckles of the thumb press gently against the breastbone. Take a nice deep inhale. Sat Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Last time, inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. May you be radiant and blessed always. May you release anything that no longer serves you. May you live with your fullest heart. You're welcome to bow to bring the teachings from your head to your heart. Sat Nam. Thank you for being here.